Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to the channel. The news about Anime King, and today I'm going to be giving you part 39 of What If Tsunade Was Naruto's Mother. Remember to get this to 100 like as usual, share this to all of your friends on your social media platform, and also go ahead and check out Anime King 2, my second channel. If you haven't yet, I'll be leaving a link at the top of the description, and if you do go over there and you enjoy all the love the what ifs, go ahead and click that red subscribe button and be a part of the Anime King family, and thank you for all of your support and help, and enjoy those videos. So I post a new episode of Uchiha and Naruto the Sage over there, and I also post a new episode of What If Naruto Got a New Bloodline, so check out those and enjoy. And after this, on this channel I'll be posting What If Kurama gave Naruto a dojutsu, so stay in tune and enjoy that. And also guys, if you're new to Anime King and this is the first time you hear my voice, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and click that red subscribe button and join the Anime King family and be a part of the channel. And thank you all for your support and help, and also go ahead and comment down below and tell me if you're new. I'll be replying and talking back to all of you. So without further ado, let's get straight into this. So last time we left off, we mainly focused on Naruto's battle with Yujito, as the battle was fierce, but neither of them were using their full power at the start, as the cage of the Lightning Country and the cage of the Fire Country made a wager. So did the Kages, as they bet for who is going to win this match. So a lot was riding on Naruto and Yujito, and people were very excited to see this battle. And also, Temaru was wondering where was the invasion and what was going on, as both Naruto and Sasuke has arrived on the arena. So where was the invasion and when is it going to start? As Gaara was pissed because up to now he hasn't get to battle anyone yet because his opponent dropped out. So yeah guys, that was basically last where we left off. You guys can switch across the playlist and check it out for yourself. So let's start this new episode. The battle with Yujito and Naruto went on for a while, where the both of them kept on flinging out techniques and hurting each other, and dodging techniques as well. So we come up to this point where Yujito is currently on the ground, as Naruto is standing over her. "You should just give up now, Yujito," said Naruto. "I just severed the tendons in your right arm and your left leg, so you can no longer perform hand signs or move around. This fight is now over." "Damn it," Yujito cursed in her mind before she heard Nebe's voice. "Looks like you're gonna need my help to defeat your boyfriend, kitten," said Nebe. "So it seems," said Yujito, as she was hoping to defeat Naruto without Nebe's power, but it seems like she has to use it. "And stop calling him that. He's not my boyfriend, I told you 100 times already. And I don't think of him that way. Yeah, keep telling yourself that, but sooner or later, you're going to have to stop lying to yourself," said Nebe. "Give me your chakra already," said Yujito, as she was a bit pissed. "Fine," said Nebe, as she started to get movements in her right arm and left leg, thanks to Nebe's chakra. "Damn it, this is not good," Naruto thought, as the red chakra started to form around her, as he started to have flashback about the last time she used his chakra and nearly killed him. In the audience, "So it begins," Danzo thought, as he watched a red chakra surrounded Yujito. "That chakra, could she be?" Mai thought with a frown. "That girl," Baki thought with a frown as well. "So she really is a Nebe Jinchuriki," said Kushina as she quickly covered her mouth, as he realized that she said that out loud. "Nebe what?" asked Kiba. "Asuma-sensei, what's a Jinchuriki?" Ino asked. Seeing that all the genins were now curious, the elder shinobis turned as they glared at Kushina, as she just rubbed her head in embarrassment. Once they were finished glaring at Kushina, Kakashi decided to answer their question, because the knowledge of Jinchuriki wasn't exactly classified, as he then told them that a Jinchuriki is someone who has a beast sealed inside of them, as Sakura asked like the Kyuubi as he nodded. "Naruto, please be okay," thought Hinata, as she started to get scared, thinking that this Jinchuriki would destroy Naruto. Killer Bee looked over. "Looks like things are really heating up," he said, with a smirk on his face. "This battle will be over soon," said Samui. Alright, Yujito, go ahead and kick his ass, said Karu. Oh man, Naruto is in for it now, said Amoy. Back in the arena, once the chakra covered her body, Yujito extended her claws and her fingernails. As soon as they were extended at their maximum level, she disappeared in a blur and attacked Naruto. But thanks to his training with his mother, Naruto was able to move just in time as he only got a scratch on his arm. But as soon as he dodged, she disappeared again and appeared behind him as she kicked him right in his back, sending him flying forwards. Damn it, not only has she gotten stronger, but faster as well, Naruto thought as he flew through the air. As, in the blink of an eye, she appeared above him as she sent him down hard with an axe kick as Naruto slammed into the ground with a crater. As she then came down on him to end the match, but Naruto rolled over as he then grabbed one of her legs as he swung her around with his strength and sent her to the other side of the arena. But she flipped in the air and landed gracefully, as she then got down on all fours and disappeared in a burst of speed again, as before Naruto knew it, a fist was in his gut, sending him flying back as he crashed into the wall. As she then appeared and grabbed onto his hand and threw him up in the air, as she kicked him down with the ox kick. She then reappeared under him and kicked him back up, as she then kicked him to the side. As for the next minute, she kept this up, knocking Naruto around like he was some sort of beach ball. Eventually, she let Naruto slam down into the wall, as Naruto was now coughing up blood. I won't lose, said Naruto, as he ripped himself out of the wall, as he was still panting. Where did he get this new power, Yujito thought. I shouldn't underestimate him. Don't think you've won this yet, Yujito, said Naruto, as he channeled his chakra into his fist. Earthshaker, he said, as he slammed his hand into the ground, as the foundation up started to shake. Unbelievable, said Yujito, as she was forced to jump up in the air, as the entire arena was destroyed by Naruto punch. Naruto then ran through hand sign as he slammed his hand on the ground, Earth style, 3-pillar bind. 3 pillars then burst from the ground as they wrapped around Yujito as she was pinned in midair. Yujito tried to move, but she couldn't, as she realized that there were 3 tags on the Earth pillars that Naruto created, making her unable to move. Gotcha, said Naruto with a smile. Damn it, I can't move, said Yujito, as she tried to rip her way out of it. This is where everything ends, said Naruto, as he jumped up in the air and charged his fist with chakra, as he was about to deliver the final blow. I can't lose. I can't lose, Yujito said as he tried to break free. Come on, Yujito, the Raikage thought, as he watched the battle turn into Naruto's favor again, as her team started to cheer her on. Come on, Yujito, you can take him, her team said. As Naruto flew towards her with his fist raised, she could hear her team cheering for her, as she knew that she couldn't lose. Nibi, now, said Yujito, as the Nibi nodded and sent a massive amount of chakra straight into her, and just then, Naruto's fist collided, creating a massive explosion. After the explosion ended, there was a massive dust cloud, as 2 figures were seen standing in the arena. Once the dust fully cleared, Yujito still had on the Nibi's chakra, and Naruto was standing to his left, huffing, as Yujito was also huffing, but neither of them looked ready to quit. Damn, those 2 are something else. Most shinobi their age would be done already, and wouldn't even destroy the arena like this, thought Genma as he looked at the arena that was totally wrecked. Naruto then dropped down to his knee as he held on to his right side that was bleeding, as Yujito used one of her claws to attack him when she broke free from the pillars. I told you already, Naruto, I wouldn't give up, and I won't lose, so I suggest that you give up now, she said. Kitten, you cannot stay in this state for long. The amount of chakra I just gave you to release, it took a toll on your body, and you're getting weaker and weaker, and I can't afford to pump any more chakra into you. I don't want to destroy your body or let you go berserk again, said the Nibi. Don't worry, Nibi, I won't need any more. This battle is almost over, said Yujito. Looks like I don't have any choice, said Naruto. I was waiting to use this against Gaara if we were to face off, but it looks like I have to. Naruto then slowly got up as he created two shadow clones, as he smirked at Yujito, who frowned. I have to admit, Yujito, you have gotten a lot stronger since the last time we fought. Thanks, you have gotten a lot stronger as well. Not many people have been able to push me how far as you did. But before we continue, can you tell me what you know of my clan? Naruto asked. What? She said in surprise. What do you know of my clan? Naruto repeated. Why? Just humor me, said Naruto. Fine, the Senju clan was considered to be one of the strongest, if not the strongest clan in the Great Clan Shinobi Wars. The Senju clan was also master in all skills, from ninjutsu to taijutsu to genjutsu, and this is how they were able to match other clans with powerful bloodline limits, like the Uchiha clan. Pretty good, Yujito, I give you an A, because you got almost everything right. Oh, and what did I get wrong? She asked as he said almost. Well, it's not what you got wrong, it's what you miss, because there's a other name that my clan went by, thanks to my great-grandfather, the first Hokage. And what was that? Yujito asked, who started to have a bad feeling about this. They were also known as the Senju clan, the clan of the forest, and this is how they earned their name, Naruto said, as he went through a set of hand signs. Mokiton, wood release, wood tentacles, as he slammed his hand on the ground. Several dozen wood tentacles erupted from the ground as they made their way to Yujito. He can use Mokiton? Genma thought as the wooden tentacles spring out of the ground. Impossible, Yujito yelled before she heard a nibi in the back of her head. Yujito, run now, if those catch you, you're finished. Acting quickly, she dashed to her right, but as soon as she did, Naruto made the wood tentacle follow her. How is this possible? I thought that the Mokiton was a mutation and not an actual bloodline limit. And wasn't the first Hokage the only one that could use it? Yujito thought as she raced around the arena trying to avoid the wooden tentacles. I don't know, but it seems like the Mokiton is now a bloodline limit and your boyfriend has it. He's just like his ancestors. In the cage box. It can't be, the Raikage cried out as he got up from his seat and looked down as Naruto did a technique that should no longer exist. Impossible, said a stunned C. Impossible, thought Darui with wide eyes. Mokiton, said the Mizukage who couldn't believe her eyes. But how? Said Ayo as he looked at the Mokiton as well, as Sarutobi, Jiraiya and Tsunade just grinned at each other, enjoying the look on everyone's faces. The Raikage quickly turned as he glared at the three of them. You knew that he could do this, didn't you? He asked as he pointed at them. Of course, I'm his mother after all, and I did tell you earlier that Naruto hasn't yet performed his true abilities. And this is it. He's the first successful user of the Senju clan to be born with the Mokiton ability other than my grandfather, and he's like his successor in every way. As the Raikage cursed as he looked back at Yujito, as he didn't think that she could win this match anymore. Back in the finalist box, no way, Naruto can use Mokiton? Thought Shikamaru in surprise. How? Said Karu. This is bad, Temari thought, as she looked at Kankuro. As they had heard the legendary stories of the founder of Konoha and his bloodline the Mokiton to suppress Biju. So how will the invasion work? Naruto can simply suppress Gaara. In the audience, Mokiton? One of the Hyuga elder cried out. But how? Other elder asked in shock. This changes everything, Hayashi's father thought in disbelief. Mokiton, your Gramps is gonna want to know about this. Kurasaki, said Arasaki. As Naruto went from an impressive shinobi to a major threat. Why of all times, thought Baki, the invasion is going to be messed up now. As Mai looked at her future husband, he was holding this back in our fight. So he was just messing with me, she said, with a stun of amazement and anger. I do see, but I don't believe, said Killer B. No wonder the boy's chakra was like the first Hokage. He can perform the Mokiton as well, the Haxabi said. Unreal, thought Amoy. Naruto is this incredible, said Hinata. Just how strong is Naruto? Ino thought as she turned to Sakura. Did you know about this? Ino asked. Because when Ino asked Sakura, she knew how strong Naruto was. She said she did, but she was forbidden to tell. Yes, I did, said Sakura, but I couldn't tell you. But why? Ino asked. Because the Hokage ordered me to forbid Sakura and Sasuke to tell anyone, said Kakashi. Why? Kiba asked, as he also wanted to know. Because the Mokiton bloodline limit is one of the most revered bloodline limits in the shinobi world. And now that Naruto had revealed that he can use the Mokiton bloodline, many shinobis and organizations are going to be after him, said Kushina. Back in the arena, Yujito was surrounded by the wood tentacles, as she couldn't move at the moment. As the tentacles strike, as she looked up and saw her opening, as she pushed off with a great force of the Nimbus chakra, going straight up in the air, but the tentacles chased after her. As she then looked around as she saw Naruto, as she went straight after him, as Naruto was standing still with both clones at his side. As Yujito went in hard to hit Naruto, but the clone stepped in front of her as he yelled out Vine Whip, as several vines came from his arm and wrapped around Yujito. What the hell, thought Yujito, as a vine slammed her in the ground. Nibi, what's going on? How can Naruto create vines from his body? I don't know, this is a new one. Not even the boy's ancestor can do this. It's possibly that the boy is greater than the first Hokage. Then again, the bloodline limit may have just mutated more with him, said the Nibi. Several wooden vines then break free from the ground as they wrapped around Yujito's legs. As Naruto then started to run through hand sign, as he cried out, Wood style, Biju suppression technique. As he then looked at his hand as a glowing light appeared in it, he rushed up to Yujito as he placed a hand on her chest. He then jumped back, pulling out some chakra. As he then slammed his hand on the ground, as 5 wooden propellers appeared all around her. Yujito, get out of there now, said the panicking Biju. It's the same one that the first Hokage used to capture the other Bijus and me. I am trying, yelled Yujito as she struggled to break free of the wooden vines, as they were extremely strong. I am finishing this now, said Naruto. As Naruto started channeling his chakra, as he was pushing the Nimbus chakra back into the seal, as Yujito cried out. As Naruto started to suppress her Biju's chakra, the process was very painful, as both Nibi and Yujito tried their best to resist Naruto's chakra. I won't lose, Naruto cried out as the necklace around his neck started to glow green, where it reacted to Naruto's chakra, making it stronger. As the wooden propellers around Yujito started to close in on her, and Naruto started to push the chakra more into the seal. Watching in the stands, everyone was quiet as they watched Naruto use a technique from his forefathers to suppress the two-tailed Biju's chakra. Nibi, you need to help me, Yujito shouted inside of her head as she tried to resist Naruto's chakra. I can't do this without you. I am trying, but his chakra is just too strong. As the Nibi started to lose consciousness, as she started to get weaker and weaker. No, we can beat him, we can win. I am sorry, Yujito, the Nibi said, as she finally lost conscious. As Yujito then let out one more cry of pain as the wooden propellers closed in on top of her. Once all of the Nibi's chakra was suppressed, Naruto fell to his knees as he was panting. Man, that was a lot harder than training, Naruto said, as he tried to catch his breath. as Genma then walked over as Yujito was on the ground, out cold, as Genma then looked up into the stands. This match is over. The winner of the match, Senju Naruto of Konoha. He did it. He did it! As Ino got up and started clap. As everyone, after she broke the silence, started clap as well. As the audience erupted. Nice, thought Kushina with a smile. Things are going to be a lot harder for that boy, said the Hatsubi. Since he now revealed that he can use a Mokitan, your brother and other villages will most likely target him, since he's more of a threat now. You think? Replied B sarcastically. That boy, he needs to be dealt with now, thought Baki with a frown on his face as he was pissed. With the fire daimyo, it seems like I won our bet, he said as he looked at the surprised look on the lightning daimyo face. As the lightning daimyo then chuckled a bit. Looks that way. You were indeed correct to think that boy is that special. He possessed the same power as the first Hokage. Naruto is incredible, said Rukio with an exciting look as she couldn't believe how strong Naruto was. In the finalist box, I can't believe it. Senju beat Yujito, thought Karu. Damn it, what do we do now? Asked Kankuro in a low voice. If he get near Gaara in the invasion, he could. I know, Temari interrupted him. But the plan can still work. Look how exhausted he is. All we have to do is keep him away from Gaara until Gaara fully transforms, she whispered to Kankuro. Once his transformation is complete, not even Senju will be able to stop him. Yeah, alright, said Kankuro as he wasn't entirely convinced. At the same time, in the Kage's booth, that boy, he's even more dangerous than we imagined, thought the Raikage, who had a large frown on his face. Excellent, thought the excited Orochimaru with an evil smirk, as he was quite impressed how far Naruto progressed since the Forest of Death. Well done, said Sarutobi. Back in the arena, Naruto could hear people chanting his name and Yujito's as well, as people say that the both of them were amazing and incredible. He could even hear people calling their battle the greatest fight in the history of the Chunin exams. Hey kid, said Genma, making Naruto look around. Could you do something about these things? Genma asked, as he pointed at the wood tentacles. Oh yeah, said Naruto, as he placed his hand on the ground and called back the wood tentacles. As he then slowly stood up. As Naruto then walked over to Yujito. This kid, he has amazing stamina. I'm surprised that he can even stand, thought Genma, as Yujito regained consciousness. As her eyes were now opened, but her body was frozen in the ground. Basically, she couldn't even move a finger, since Naruto suppressed the Nibi's chakra that she was forcing out, and after their battle, she was exhausted. Damn you, Naruto! You always seem to have a trick up your sleeve, don't you? She said. Of course, I wouldn't be much of a shinobi if I didn't. How can you use Mokitan? No one else in the Senju clan has ever used it before, she asked. To be honest, I don't really know myself. Bloodline limits are funny that way. Some people can have them and some people can't. Were you able to use it when we first fought? She asked. Yes, said Naruto. So even then you were holding back, thought Yujito. Her voice got a bit angrier. I had no choice, replied Naruto. Come on Yujito, you know exactly why I couldn't. You would have to reveal to your village that I could do Mokitan, and then things would be all messed up right now, said Naruto. I guess you're right, she said, as she knew if she was in his situation, she would have done the same thing. But she was still bothered that Naruto held back. Do you want a hand getting up? Naruto offered. Fine, but I want a rematch, she said. Anytime. Crap, Naruto said as he felt the toll on his body just taking, as he felt his body going limp, as he fell down, but instead of hitting anything hard, he hit something soft, as he then passed out. But unknowing to him, his face landed on Yujito's right breast and his hand on her left one. Naruto, get off me, she said, in a bit of anger with a bit of embarrassment as she was bright red. Normally, she would have pushed Naruto off for a long time, but she couldn't move right now, and Naruto was passed out. As everyone burst out in laugh, as everyone was up in the stadium laughing as they found the situation funny as hell. As Yujito couldn't move and she had to stay there as everyone was laughing. The only thing good about this situation that the Nibi was not conscious at the moment, as she would have teased her for months about this every time she saw Naruto. As then Tsunade roared out, "Naruto!" She cried out his name as that snapped him awake and Naruto jumped to his feet. "Whatever it is, I didn't do it," Naruto said as he looked around thinking that he was in trouble. As he saw Yujito, her face bright red. As he realized everyone was laughing, as he was now confused why everyone was laughing. "Did I miss something?" he asked. "Don't tell me you don't remember," Genma asked. "Remember what?" Naruto asked a confused look. "What's the last thing you remember before you blacked out?" "Well, my body went limp and I braced myself to hit the ground, but I landed on something soft," Naruto said. As he remembered when he was fading unconscious, he felt his hand gripped onto something small and round and very soft. As he then looked at Yujito to see her glaring at him, as realization hit him. "Oh no," Naruto thought, as he got bright red. As someone then crashed in the arena. "What the hell?" Naruto said, as Tsunade was marching up to him. "Mom, it's an accident. Trust me, it's not what you think," as she grabbed his right ear. "Mom, what the hell you're doing?" Naruto said, as she pulled him by his right ear. "I am bringing you to get you treated of all your injuries," she said, as she was pulling on his ear hard. "Mom, you're gonna pull my ear off," Naruto shouted. As, seeing that, the audience started to laugh as well. 10 minutes later, Naruto was on one of the medic beds as Tsunade was over him, healing him. When she just arrived with Naruto, the medics told her that he will be fine here. But she told all of them to move out of her way, as she was best fitted to heal Naruto, as Shizune was also at her side. "So, how do you feel, Naruto?" Tsunade asked. "Fine, but really tired." "Well, that is to be expected, given how you barely had any chakra left inside of you. So you're going to rest here till the exam is over." "But what about the final match?" "You will have to forfeit," said Tsunade. "What?" Naruto said as he stood up in the bed. As Tsunade pushed him back down. "You heard me. You will not be fighting in the final match," she told him. "No, I need to fight. I need to win this exam," Naruto told her. "I have gotten so far." "I said no," she told him. Naruto sighed. "Can I at least go watch Gaara's and Sasuke match?" "But promise me something," said Tsunade. "When your match comes, you will forfeit." Naruto looked at her. "But mom, promise me," she said. Alright, I promise," said Naruto. "Good," she said, that smile on her face. "You can go and watch the match," she told him. "And don't break your promise, or I will strap you to this bed for the rest of the year." "What?" said Naruto, as he then heard someone laughing, as Yujito was currently being healed by two of the other medics, as Yujito overheard the entire conversation. But then, they heard something happening outside, as there was a lot of ruckus, as Tsunade then looked at Naruto. "Stay here," as she and Shizune walked to the door, as she then turned and looked at Yujito. "Don't try to take advantage of my son. Know that he is helpless," she told her. "What? I would never do something like that," said Yujito as she got a bit red. "Good, but if you try anything, I'll kill you," said Tsunade as she left the room, making Yujito gulp. "She's kidding, right?" Yujito asked. "Knowing her, she's dead serious," said Naruto. "First Nibi and now his mother. Why does everyone think I'm interested in him?" Yujito wondered, as they then heard something outside. "Who are you?" asked Tsunade. "I'm her sensei," said a voice. "Oh, it's B." As the place got silent. "Those things, how did they got so big?" said B. "You pervert," said Tsunade, as there was a loud crash, as Tsunade walked back inside, as both Naruto and Yujito saw Killer B inside of the wall as his rest of his team was trying to pull him out. As he closed the door behind her, "Now where were we?" Tsunade asked. 20 minutes later, Yujito and Naruto finally made it back to the finalist box as they wanted to watch a match between Gaara and Sasuke. As on their way, they talked about their match and complimented each other on their match. As they arrived, "Geez, you two are back already?" Shikamaru asked as he looked at the two blondes, thinking that they would be in the hospital for a while. "Trying not to sound too disappointed, Shikamaru," Naruto said that smile. "Hey Yujito, you okay?" Karu asked as she walked up to Yujito. "Yes, I'm fine, just a bit weak recovering from the battle." As she then walked up to Yujito and looked at Naruto. "Did he try anything on you when you were too weak to move?" she asked as she noticed what Naruto did in the arena. "B Sensei and the rest of us tried to get in, but Senju's mother wouldn't let us." "Hey, what's that supposed to mean, Karu?" Naruto asked in annoyance when he heard Karu ask if Naruto tried anything on her. "You know damn well what I meant, Senju. I always knew that you were a pervert," said Karui. "I'm not a pervert," Naruto shouted. But they couldn't continue as Genma turned as he asked if both Sasuke and Gaara are ready. "Well, here we go now," said Shikamaru. But guys, gonna be ending this episode right here. If you want to see the next part of this, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notifications they posted. Remember to share to all of your friends in social media platform, and also stay in tune for What If Kurama gave Naruto Dojutsu, and enjoy all the lovely what ifs coming your way. But for now, I'm out of here guys. Peace.